Thank you for that.
I'm glad we have that now.
I'm glad we do too, even though it's just a really terrible recording of us in the back of the shop doing a demo for another song that you're going to be hearing very soon, hopefully.
Maybe.
We'll see. Hello, and welcome to Nova Talks. My name is Dalton.
My name is Matthias.
It's Matthias now?
I've legally changed it.
When did you go and legally change it?
When I went to Sweden.
Why did you go to Sweden? Was it to steal PewDiePie's girlfriend? Is that why you went?
Yes. Marcia, please.
Welcome to Nova Talks. Did I already say that?
Yes.
My memory is slipping, Matt. This whole week has been a blur, and it's only Wednesday. Speaking of...
That's how I feel about the last couple of years.
It's because we just keep inching more and more towards 30. And our mind is just deteriorating.
Man, mine's been going, so it doesn't matter.
We're in a band called Stray Nova. Go and look us up on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, especially,
please,
and Twitter. Because I'm gonna hand it over to Matt, and he's just gonna start saying terrible things on Twitter.
It's gonna be bad.
And I can't wait for you to read. It's not gonna happen. Actually, Matt's never gonna do anything with Twitter. Also, we're recording. We're recording right now video for this podcast. Don't know when you're going to see it. It might be
eventually.
So I think what we might do is we'll record the audio and upload it that night, and then a couple days later we'll put the video version up on YouTube,
so you can see how stupid we look while we talk.
Exactly, and you can see the environment we're in whenever we record the podcast. So
as hostile as it is,
you get to be here with us, sort of.
Kind of.
Not really.
I know that's not appealing for any of you.
It's really not. I don't even know why we're doing it, to be honest. No, I think it's pretty cool. Whenever I listen to podcasts, I also like to watch them sometimes, too, in the background,
Yeah.
It's never like I just sit down and watch the podcast.
Like while you're driving, too?
Yeah. That's the best time to watch movies, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, while you're driving.
Especially if it's like Michael Bay, because then, explosions are happening.
You won't fall asleep.
Yeah.
It'll keep you awake.
Okay.
Sure.
Whatever you say.
Yeah, I don't listen to anything I say. Here we are, back at it again.
With the white vans.
Actually, man, what happened to that meme, man? What a good one.
It died in 2015.
What a shame.
Where it belonged.
Was it 2015? No way.
I think so. I think it's that old. God. 2015, 2016. Maybe even older. Might have been 2014.
No way. You think so? If it is, that's crazy.
You give me...
Matt's going to look it
15 seconds.
I'll give him 14. I'm kidding. I'm going to give him 20.
Demanding.
We are back at it again. We had thought about maybe having a guest today, but instead, we're going to keep the train rolling with the strange shows because...
2016.
Really? Okay. So not that long ago, but still... What, 3 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, goes by too quick.
Crazy.
What a good one, though.
What a world. That's debatable.
I liked it. Back in the Vine days, man.
You
didn't did you even have Vine downloaded onto your phone?
No.
Really? You didn't have it downloaded?
I don't have most social things
Well, yeah,
downloaded.
I know. You're just slowly easing yourself into them.
I'm not even slowly easing. I have the two that I need, and that's about it.
Well, you have Facebook. And you use that one. You don't.
I creep.
You don't actually use it. You just
less creeping, more lurking.
Right. You open it pretty regularly, at least once a day, or more.
Usually just once.
And then the only other thing I can think of is you have the. I like how I'm just like holding up this Taco Bell cup to the camera.
Please love us.
Not sponsored because we're still pissed about the volcano burrito thing.
Pretty bad.
But no. So the only other one I can think of is Instagram.
Yeah.
Is that what you're referring to?
Yes.
Okay.
I have. Well. No, I still have Snapchat, even though I literally never used.
I sent you a snap last night, actually.
Yeah.
Night before last. 2 nights ago.
I looked at it and I thought to myself, I'm not gonna reply.
Like he does, but it's fine.
Yeah. I mean, if you can send them to me, I'll look at them.
Yeah.
But that's about it. That's it.
I'm still gonna do. Really, whenever I want to send you a video, this is like how I decide on how, like, if I want to do it
what format it's
if I want to do it on the camera and send it to you in a text message or do it in Snapchat, is if I want to zoom in. That's like if I want to zoom in for comedic effect, I always choose Snapchat.
Yeah.
But
truly.
But I was actually looking at the phone camera recently, and it's pretty easy to do. But I'm probably still just gonna do it on Snapchat. So you
just
can't
make it harder for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to actually go to the Snapchat app
I'm like,
and open it up. What was I saying?
I will warn you. There are times I'll get that little notification pop up, and I won't look at it for days at a time. And I'll just sit there, and I'll be like, I really don't feel like opening Snapchat.
And if it's not a snap for me, then that's really rare.
Yeah.
But
I might open it, and then I'll see it, and I'll be like, I'll get to that eventually.
Yeah, I'll get there eventually.
Yeah.
But no, strange shows. This is part 2.
Strange shows part 2.
Back
to the topic at hand.
Yeah, because we got a little sidetracked,
Yeah.
and that's gonna happen regardless. You never know what's gonna happen on the show, man. It's crazy, unpredictable.
I have an idea of what's gonna happen.
No, we're gonna talk about other strange shows that we've played. Yeah.
I have my plans for what's gonna happen.
Did you start last time, or did I start last time? I don't think it matters. Really.
I don't remember. I think I started actually.
Okay, well then you go ahead.
No. You
want me to go? Okay.
I started last time. Now it's your turn.
Okay then. I put this one in my strange category because I just like you. I just noticed you also have 2 categories because we want to talk about some cool shows too.
Yeah.
But this one's like, in my categories, I have strange and cool. Those are my 2 categories.
There's strange, cool, and then cool, strange.
Yeah, that's
and
what.
Strange, and cool, cool.
Do you have all those
cool,
categories?
Strange, cool, and then strange, cool, cool, and then strange, cool, strange.
Is there a question mark?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't have that.
And then just Coolsville.
Coolsville. Is that where you live?
Rutrow.
Oh my God.
I hit you with that one. All right, let me hear it.
Okay, so like I was saying, this one's in the strange, cool question mark strange one. Whenever we played the house party at Kaysen's house.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that one, we had just Back Row Brigade had just broken up, and our sound engineer Kaysen, the guy who does all the editing and the sound recording for our sessions, he was having a house party, and he asked us if we wanted to play. And of course we were like, yeah, totally.
Yeah, we want to do that, but we don't have a drummer right now.
Fully knowing we don't have a drummer. When we told him, we weren't just going to be like, yeah, we'll totally do it, and then just show up and not have a drummer.
Yeah.
We told him, and he was like, oh, my buddy Christian plays drums. We're like, all right, cool. So we booked it. We were going to play, and we'd never met Christian.
Yeah.
At all.
Even though Christian is how we met Kaysen.
Yeah. Well, I didn't even ask Christian in person. I just sent him a message because we had a mutual friend from high school, and he at the time his band had put out an EP, and I was asking where he recorded it. Anyways, but that's how we found Kaysen. Yeah. And we'd never met him face to face, and absolutely had never played music with this man.
Yes.
So we didn't rehearse at all for this.
Not at all.
We just showed up.
Just how I prefer.
Yeah, sure, of course. Which is how the sessions are, anyways.
Yeah.
Was this the route?
Maybe so.
No, I don't think so. Maybe no. So we showed up, instruments in hand. Didn't really know what we were gonna play.
Yeah,
we kind of had an idea.
Yeah, I think he Kaysen let him listen to the recordings we had done
with Kaysen. Yeah. So he but
I had like an idea of what
I almost guarantee he listened to him just before the party.
Yeah,
which is fine.
Once or twice.
That's fine. But whenever we walked in, he was like, they were like blaring our songs, and he was listening to it.
Yeah. Which
was kind of cool. But no, yeah. So we we just kind of threw it together, and it was honestly really cool.
Yeah.
I had a good time. I think Christian had a good time too, because it was like, because Christian's definitely more of like a pop punk drummer. He's even in a pop punk band now. Ivy, go check out Ivy's.
Look at Ivy.
Yeah, EP.
Ivy's so beautiful.
Just look at him. He's gorgeous.
He's coming on the sessions eventually.
Yeah, eventually we'll get him here and on the podcast as well. But no, I think he dug it. We did our stuff, at least 2 or 3 of our songs, anyways, and then we did
a very strange rendition of "Don't Fear the Reaper," which train crashed halfway through because we all forgot how the rest of the song
Why
went.
did we play Don't Fear the
I
Reaper?
honestly have no idea.
I don't even remember playing that.
I remember playing it, and I remember it crashing and burning.
I know
we forgot.
I know we played Ain't No Rest for the Wicked.
Yeah, we did that.
But I did.
But it was pop punk, Ain't No Rest.
Yes, it was.
It was hardcore.
So was all of our songs too.
Yeah.
Everything was pop punk.
And I was like, man, I didn't know that I could be pop punk.
Christian's a very unique guy too. He's not like a super tall guy, but he just has these like massive arms.
Yeah.
So whenever
he's got the body of a high school wrestler.
Yeah. So whenever he plays,
stocky.
he just bangs the hell out of him. Which is good
hitter.
for pop punk.
Yes.
But no,
good drummer.
He is a very skilled drummer. So yeah, it was interesting. It was a combination of our indie rock and his pop punk.
Yes.
But it was cool. And the whole party was
the scene kids hated it.
This isn't what we wanted. And then Cold Creek's not a band anymore.
Yeah.
But they played after us.
Afterwards.
But they're the ones who like owned the house or whatever, so it's fine.
Yeah.
But no, that one stands out because it was just so.
It was a very
random,
odd arrangement or environment, I guess.
Yeah, both
circumstances.
Because we had never been to his house before. That was our first time going, I think.
Maybe.
I don't think we had even recorded there before. Because we went back and recorded vocals for the.
Yeah, I think that was the first time we went.
Yeah. So everything was new.
Got like half trashed while we were there too.
It was also like just a really cool Halloween party. They had things decorated and there were lights outside. Like remember when you first walked in, because there was like this like little, not a lobby, but like a sitting area.
Yeah.
Before you actually get into the living room.
Yes.
And they had like an old record playing and like smoke coming
it was
from
all
places.
out.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
I think that was the night I was wearing the Billy Gibbons beard too.
Yes. Yeah, that's right. We were in costume that night.
Yeah. I don't remember what you were.
I was oh man. That was Meatloaf.
Yes. Yes, that's right.
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yeah.
Yeah. His name's not Meatloaf in the movie, but
No.
I'm just gonna call him Meatloaf because
he is just Meatloaf.
He's Meatloaf, and he was basically Meatloaf in the movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's who I was. I forgot. I'd forgotten that we dressed up. That's right. You were Billy Gibbons.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't Billy Gibbons. I was just supposed to be like a vagrant, I think.
Oh, I thought you were like trying to be Billy Gibbons.
No. I just dressed up as a homeless person, I think.
I remember dressing up and then walking in, and no other guy.
Yeah.
The girls were dressed up, of course.
Yeah, ladies were dressed because
but
that's
no
what they
other
do.
guy was. Yeah. But it was cool.
No, there was one guy in like a was it a gorilla suit?
I think he had a gorilla head at least.
Yeah, I remember the gorilla head for sure.
That was also like our one and only house show we've ever played before. I think.
Is that right?
Except for like the house shows and house parties are two different things. We played house parties.
Yeah.
We were just the only band playing, but house shows have a couple of bands on the bill.
Yeah.
And I think that's the one and only one we've done so far.
Yeah, I think so.
We should do more of those.
It should be rectified.
Yeah, we should, because those are pretty fun.
Indeed.
Any local artists who are listening to this podcast, hit us up.
If you want a house
Put
party,
us on the bill.
House show, let's make it happen, dude.
We want to play. All right, it's your turn.
My turn. All right. I'm going to give you a really weird one.
Okay.
The mall show with 9 days. With 9 days. All right. So for those of you who don't know who 9 days is, this is the story of a girl. That's 9 days.
Before you continue, you know what I forgot to do?
What did you? You forgot to start the video recording. What a chocolate milk head you are.
I'll start it right now. I'm going to start it right now.
Anyway, okay, so for those of you watching the video just now joining us.
Yeah, we're about 10 minutes into the podcast, so this is great.
Chocolate milk head. I guess you'll just have to listen to the audio recording too to find out what you missed.
Yeah. We had the camera set up and everything, and I didn't hit record. I did not hit record.
I'm giving you the dunce
It was my idea to record the video, and I didn't even hit the record button.
I can't even with you.
I was just so excited. Viewers, I'm sorry. And listeners, I'm also sorry. I don't know if you're the same people.
He's just too excited all the time. Yeah.
Anyways, we're talking about strange shows, viewers.
Yeah.
And
weird shows.
Or weird shows. Either one
strange
is fine.
Strange shows, weird shows, good shows.
We've been
all the above.
So yes, sorry that that's stupid. I'm so sorry. No. So yeah, the one with 9 days, that was weird.
Yeah. It was very strange.
It was in the mall.
Because they had been on hiatus for like 10 years or whatever.
Yeah.
Because the fame took its toll and
it
they
did.
had to have families.
It did.
And then they made a big comeback in Clarksville of all places. Why I have no idea.
At the Governor's Square Mall. But that was that like their coming back show?
I have no idea.
Maybe not.
No idea.
I think the main guy was like mutual friends with Randy.
Possibly.
From
Gilroy.
The Gilroy. But no, that was strange. It was us, because they had set up like a little small stage in the middle of the mall.
It was radio broadcast.
It was radio broadcast on WJZM.
Yep.
It was Joe Padula, and back when Sammy was there as well.
Yeah.
Sammy G.
Good old Sammy.
I think I might have still been working at the station at the time.
That's
it was that far ago.
That is a long time ago. Was that pre or post Frankie?
I think that was
pre-Frankie days?
Pre-Frankie days.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was a long time ago.
That was like 20.
You were still in school then.
Yeah, because I graduated in 2014. So yeah, it was either 2012 or 2013.
Man, that was so long ago.
Yeah. Yeah. Whew. It was still post Eric too. Eric was, so it was just me, you, and Seth. So yeah, 2020. I think it was 2013.
Interesting.
Yeah, indeed.
Interesting times those were. I think it was a very like technically plagued show as well, if I remember.
Oh yeah, it was the worst. The sound quality was terrible.
Yeah.
So bad. Of course, I mean, you're not gonna get good acoustics in a mall anyways.
No.
But
especially recording live in a mall, trying to push it through AM radio too.
Yeah, which like, AM radio, it already has that gravel anyways. Yeah. The AM stations do. So.
Which is charming when you're listening to a song from a recording.
Yeah, yeah.
Not so when it's live.
Yeah, and we were the only band that had a drummer.
Yeah, that's right.
And plugged in.
Yeah.
Everyone else was playing acoustic.
Yes.
So, maybe
that's
not.
That's a good trend with us.
Yeah, you got that
We're
right.
the only ones going all out electric all the time.
People are always like, could you guys like play an acoustic show? We'd be like, yeah, we can, but we would prefer to play plugged in.
But I really don't want to.
Yeah, yeah.
And you're not going to make me, so.
The amount of coffee shops and restaurants that we've played, that just put one into my head that we can talk about.
I've still got some more on this list.
Yeah. Oh, I just peeked the mic.
That's fine.
Yeah. They won't know. They won't know. But no, yeah, I actually had forgotten about that one. I don't think we even got to like talk to the guys in 9 days either. Like they just like got up on the stage and then left. They weren't really about talking to people.
They didn't stick around very long.
Yeah.
I mean,
did we even listen to them? I think we did. We stuck around.
I guess so.
We stuck around.
Yeah, I heard that one song about the girl.
Yeah.
Who cried a river. And
she drowned the whole world.
Yeah.
That's a lot of tears.
So many.
Whenever I tell people we opened up for 9 days, they're like, "What?"
Huh?
First of all, who's 9 days? And then I tell them, they're like, "Oh yeah, I know that song. Why did you open up for them?" And then I tell them it was in a mall, and they were like, "This keeps getting stranger."
This story is going off the rails.
Didn't Queen City Heights play that show too? Or was it just us at 9 days? Wait. Sorry, keep talking. I
think
I remember.
I think she did a thing. It was also acoustic though.
Oh, it was just her.
Yeah, I think it was just her playing. It was maybe her and the guitar player.
Do you remember? Oh no! What is my laptop doing? No, don't show notifications.
Oh no.
Do you remember? Joe made that like poster for the show.
Yes.
and it was like it was like a picture.
I don't remember what it
that he photoshopped. I don't even know if it's still here anymore. I don't even know if I could could find it.
Was it beautiful?
It was a photo of like the sign at Governor Square Mall that had like all of the little slots that told what the stores were.
And then he put the band names.
Put the band names in there.
Yeah.
So I was gonna look at that and see if I could remember who played the show, but I don't know if we like actually saved that picture. It might take me forever to find it.
Don't worry about it.
But no,
I'm pretty sure that she played.
I'm almost positive she played. But yeah, I don't think it was the whole band. I think you're right. I think it was just Sky.
Her, yeah.
It was. I wouldn't say it was a fun show.
It was a something show.
But it was a show we got to play. Oh, I just saw another one. But you know what? We don't have to talk about that one. So yeah, is it my turn now?
Yeah, it's your turn again.
Okay.
You better hurry up because I got like 8 more.
Oh, we better run through these fast. Now we talk for as long as we want to.
Yeah.
Okay, this was my next on the list. Strange show. The Louisville, Kentucky Hideaway Saloon. All right. Is that on your list?
It's not on my list.
Okay. Had you forgotten about it? Yeah.
No, I know. I remember the show.
About that one.
I just didn't. It wasn't like noteworthy enough for me, I guess.
Okay. Well, it was for me for a couple of reasons. I'll start it off.
From the drunk guy.
I forgot about it. Or was he high?
I don't know. It was one of the two.
Or he could have been crossfaded. I have no idea.
Yeah.
So how we got the show is I had in my mind, I was like, we've got to play shows outside of Clarksville. And outside, my brain took it to the extreme, and I was like, outside of Tennessee.
Which was true.
Yeah, no, yeah, I was like going hard. So I was finding surrounding area bars and just sending them our press kit. And the only one that came back, there was another one that came back, but it never worked out. I don't remember where it was or who it was. But one of the only ones that came back was the Hideaway Saloon in Louisville, Kentucky. And they were like, yeah, totally. And then they said, oh, yeah, and we're going to put you up.
In a house.
They didn't say hotel. I think they just said in a room. Yeah. Which I thought, hotel. Awesome.
Hotel, yeah.
Cool. So we get there, and it's like, it reminded me a lot of the Alley in Clarksville, but with a bigger stage. Like the way it was set up, because it was like super long, and then the back had it was actually a decent sized stage. It wasn't massive, but it was like, enough room to mess around on. So we get there, we unload our stuff, and then he's like, didn't he like hand us a key or something?
Yeah, I think so. We're like, what is this for? This is for the house. The what? The house that you're going to stay in.
Yeah. So
Nani?
It was me, you, Seth, my dad, your dad, and then our buddy Lucian came.
Yeah.
So he gives us the address to this place. We drive up to it, and it looks like a halfway home. That's what it reminded me of.
Yeah.
Like, it was from like the 40s. It hadn't been updated in a long, long time. And it was
very rustic.
Yeah. So there was some kind of store that was not open anymore underneath it.
Yeah.
Like an ice cream parlor or something. And then we went upstairs, and there was this room that had a TV, a couple of couches all torn up. There was a really shady bathroom. And then in the back, it had bunk beds.
Like 6 bunk beds.
Oh, was it 6? Maybe it was.
I mean, like 6 sets.
6 sets, yes. Yeah. So
pretty big, actually.
It was. I was expecting it to not look the way that it did. It was actually really cool.
Yeah, it was actually pretty interesting concept for them to like just have that on hand.
Yeah, for the bands that come into town.
Yeah, because they just own the place.
Yeah,
which is pretty cool.
I guess
it doesn't cost them anything to like rent it out.
Exactly.
They just pay utilities.
So they're not paying a hotel room for a band that's out of town. It's a pretty smart idea.
Yeah.
But
honestly, for how little time you spend in a room, it's
perfect.
Yeah, it's fine.
We just needed a shower and sleep, and that was it.
Yep.
So yeah, smart business decision. But it was actually pretty neat because it felt like we were like camping or something. I don't know, because it didn't feel like a hotel room at all. It had like a whole different vibe to it.
It was like you walked into a cabin in the woods.
Pretty much.
Not like cabin in the woods.
No, not like a scary situation. It wasn't scary. It was just really old.
Yeah.
Which made it cool. And the show was actually pretty fun. It wasn't really a huge crowd. I think we played like a Wednesday night. It was a night during the week.
It was a weird week.
Because they said that they whenever they book a new band, they want to test them out during the week and see how the crowd does, and then they bring them back on a weekend.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we never go back on a weekend. But I mean, it's hard to get a crowd to be at a bar
on a
Wednesday or Tuesday. So.
Yeah.
But I'm glad we did get to go, and there was that awesome music shop.
Yeah,
it actually had a pretty cool downtown. I'd never been to Louisville before.
Downtown Louisville's a pretty nice place.
Yeah. So
it was just a cool city.
And it was right there downtown too. The bar was. Do you remember what they wrote on on the chalkboard outside, like back road bridge?
Oh yes, yes.
I just remembered that.
Back road bridge.
The amount of times.
Add that to the list of names that we've incorrectly been called.
Yeah.
It's long.
Number one though is backyard.
Yeah.
Backyard Brigade.
That's
for whatever reason, people wanted to call us Backyard Brigade.
Yeah.
I blame the backyardigans, to be completely honest. All right, Matt, it's your turn.
All right, my turn again. This one's for the local crowd.
How local we talking?
Like very local.
Like Dixon local?
Like right here local.
Okay.
The Michael Mize.
Oh yeah.
Fundraiser event.
Yeah.
Which was I have listed under weird and good.
Yeah, weird and good.
Because it was actually pretty fun.
Yeah, we had a pretty good crowd there too.
Yeah. That's because everyone was coming out to support good old good old Mike Mize.
It was a lot of high schoolers, which was also cool because
high schoolers, big business people around here.
Usually whenever we played Holland Park, we usually always had a good crowd.
Yeah. But I don't think we had a bad crowd any time we played there.
No. But usually when we played, it was like people in their 40s and up, and then kids, which is fine because I mean we've had that crowd many times.
We played from 1 to 90 and everywhere in between.
Yeah. But no, I actually forgot we did that. Who booked us for that? Did you book us for that one? Did Michael ask you?
I think so. Well, no. Spencer Truitt asked me.
Oh, okay.
That's right.
Him and
he was running
Mr. Mize were.
he was running his campaign thing.
Yeah, that's right.
Forgot about that. Yeah.
They had hot dogs.
That they did.
I remember the hot dogs.
It was a interesting night.
Eric was in the band at that time, right?
No. That was long after him.
Really?
Yeah. He showed up that night.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
He came
He came to listen.
There was the infamous whisper from Michael Mize that I got.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Tell me what he said.
That's when we were almost done playing, and he sneaks up to me, and he says, "It's pretty good so far, but I want to see some real shit." I was like, all right, Mike, you got it.
I had forgotten about that.
Yeah.
I had forgotten about that.
It was
Did he never even asked for anything specific.
No. He just said, I want it right now. Let it rip.
Yeah. He's always been that way.
Yeah. He's a very cool dude.
Yeah. I miss him. He was cool. Him and Mr. Pettis and Mr. Brown. Don't call him Doc Brown. He hates it, but we all called him Doc Brown anyways. But those were the big three.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways,
Not Doc Brown, Doc Jones.
I don't know why I said Brown.
Who
Doc Jones. About? I'm sorry. Now
We've been out of high school for a long time.
Now he's gonna find me.
Yeah. I heard you said my name wrong, Dalton. You were in my homeroom for 4 years and you can't get my name right.
That'll be a whole separate podcast. We can talk about our favorite teachers and why.
Ooh,
that's a good. We'll bring Lucian in for that one.
Ooh, indeed,
that would be good.
Indeed.
And Zach. We could have all four of
the
us.
The high school crew.
But no, yeah, that one was actually really fun.
Yeah.
And really, all of the shows we played at Holland Park were really fun.
Yeah. I don't think I've had a bad experience at Holland Park.
It was kind of a weird setup whenever we played there, because they had this really cool pavilion with a covering, and that's where we usually put the drums.
Mm-hmm.
And then me and Matt, and if Eric was in the band or not at the time, would be out on like the cobblestone in front of the pavilion. So it was a little bit of an awkward setup, but actually cool at the same time. But I don't know. We should just play each other again sometime for no reason.
Yeah. Just like take over the place.
Yeah.
Just walk out there.
Yeah, just start playing.
Yeah.
What are they going to say? Nothing.
Call the police again.
Yeah,
I don't care. Trust me.
I really don't think we ever told the police that we were going to be playing there.
No.
We just started playing. So why can't we just do it again? What are they going to say? You guys get out of here? This is private property? Probably. All right.
City property. What are you talking about?
Next.
I pay my taxes.
Next show. Next
show.
I'm trying to choose one. Okay, so this one wasn't as much strange as it just sucked. Can we consider that to be in the strange category?
Maybe.
I'm going to. Do you remember the Battle of the Bands at the Rutledge?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Okay.
I remember it distinctly for one very good reason.
Yeah. Okay, so this
and
one.
I do mean very good.
Yeah. Wait, what do you mean?
In more ways than one.
Right. Okay, so I don't remember. I think we paid to be in this Battle of the Bands.
It was one of those.
Yeah, some production company was putting together a Battle of the Bands, and we had to sell a certain amount of tickets. Otherwise, we had to pay the rest.
Yeah. That
we didn't sell, which is really dumb. We shouldn't have done it.
But everybody has been scammed by one of those.
Oh yeah, it did push us, I think, at the time.
Yeah.
Which so it was 50-50, good and bad. So we were third to play.
Yeah.
There was a couple bands before us, and then we played, and we put on a good show, I feel like.
Yeah. I think the crowd agreed.
Yeah, the crowd dug it.
Based on crowd, because it wasn't even an official poll or whatever. I think they took crowd reaction.
Yeah.
And from what it seemed to me, we did pretty well.
Yeah, I think, and it felt good.
Yeah.
So after we were done, a couple other bands played after us, and in my mind, I'm like, we got this in the bag. We got this.
Yeah. Until the last group.
Who
took a solid 30 to 45 minutes setting up.
Yeah.
By the way.
Yeah.
Just BT dubs.
Now, they brought all of their own gear.
Yes.
Down to mics and drums. I think we shared drums with everybody else except for those guys.
Every other group shared the drum kit and maybe the bass amp too.
Their name was DNA. That was their name.
DNA.
DNA. They're not a band anymore. Trust me, I've looked.
Trying to find out.
I've always had a sour taste in my mouth.
Two of them were brothers, right?
Yeah.
Or the front three.
Actually, I think they were all brothers.
I think the front three were. The drummer was not.
I thought it was just three guys.
No. They had four because they had the keyboard
and the bass player,
guitar, bass, and then drums.
Yeah, you're right.
I think the front three.
The drummer wasn't a brother. Yeah.
And you could tell because he looked like an A&F model.
Oh yeah. Well, they were all good-looking guys too.
Yeah.
But they were also extremely talented.
They were also at least semi-professional.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we were, needless to say, they won the show.
They won the show.
Because I think they also played longer than everybody else.
I was so mad.
It was an obvious setup.
Oh, yeah.
Which was some...
So first of all, they didn't even get to the show until it was their time to play.
Pretty much.
They weren't there. Maybe the band before them.
Yeah.
But they weren't there. They were probably touring. They were probably on some professional tour.
Mm-hmm.
But they showed up, put on an incredible show.
Yeah.
Blew everybody away. And then, literally right after they got done playing, do you remember? They got done playing. I don't even think they tore down. Maybe they did. They just walked back on stage with the lady who put on the show and said, DNA wins. And then they were like, all right, see everybody later.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
It was the shadiest thing.
Yeah, it was it was pretty terrible.
Yeah. Then you get to reading their bio afterwards, and suddenly you're like, oh, they've been together for 10 years or whatever.
I think their parents
toured a bunch of festivals, played to crowds of 60,000. I'm like,
yeah.
This seems a little fishy.
Why are you guys playing? And
an amateur talent contest.
Yeah. Rest in peace, the Rutledge, though.
Yeah. Cool place.
Really. We played there a couple times.
Just twice. I think just twice.
Why did we play play the second time? We played for the Battle of the Bands.
Yeah, the second time
And
I
the
think
second
it
was
was
just a showcase.
Yeah, it was just a show.
Yeah, through like Guerrilla Music.
Sure.
If Guerrilla Music ever sends you an email, do not respond.
Yeah, don't take it. Don't take it.
They're going to take your money.
If anyone wants to put you up for a music showcase, run the other way.
Okay, well, if they're putting together a showcase,
and you're not the headliner, run the other way.
not even that. That's a good point. No, if new musicians. I know we're not old guys, but we have been around the block or two.
We've been new for a long time.
And if you're listening, okay, if you ever get an email from a music production company and they ask you if you want to be in a show, and they say you have to sell tickets, do not do that show. Do not do it.
That is only going to cost you money.
It's going to cost you money, and nobody's going to be there. It's that simple, except for the people you sell tickets to. Now, hey, if you have a big family and you can get everybody to buy a ticket and you don't have to pay any money, go for it.
Cool, do that.
That's great. You haven't spent a dime, and you can just play a cool show in front of your family.
You can have a nice practice session.
They'll promise to have industry people there. They'll promise to have record labels there. None of it's real. Just a little tidbit.
None of it is not a thing.
Was that me? Yeah, it was me. It's your turn.
Yeah. My turn. Man, good. Spreading the word like that.
Yeah.
Good call.
Thank you.
Good call.
Thank you.
Yeah, I had forgotten that we did that. I haven't forgotten the feeling afterwards, but I forgot that we did
Oh my
that.
God, I was so mad.
It was pretty infuriating.
I was so mad.
All right, so here's another weird opening show.
Okay.
Little Texas.
Indeed.
For Warrior Week.
Yeah.
The end of Warrior Week, I guess.
Now, this one was interesting because
it was like cool.
It was cool
in like a weird
way. Because we were opening up for a country act. They can say they're Southern rock all they want, but it was a country act.
God bless Texas. That's country.
With a country crowd, no less.
Yeah.
All right. Do you know how we got booked for that gig?
Was it another Joe Padula extravaganza?
It was not. We actually got booked directly through Clarksville Parks and Recreation.
Oh, well, that's tight.
Yeah. And then after that,
that was like the only bone.
That was the only bone they ever threw us. And don't get me wrong, it was actually a pretty fun show.
It was pretty neat.
That was our first time getting to play the amphitheater in Clarksville because it was pretty new at the time.
Yeah, I think it had only been built like the year or two before.
Yeah.
Nice place.
Nice place. What's his name? Ran the sound. Our favorite sound guy in Clarksville.
Ed
Jones.
Ed Jones.
Great sound guy.
I love Ed Jones.
Really short shorts.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He was wearing biker shorts every time I saw him do something.
It doesn't matter. Like I remember we played Rivers and Spires when it was cold.
Yeah.
And
he was still out there.
He had biker shorts on and a jacket.
I was like, Ed, you are the boss.
He actually kind of pushed you a little bit too that one year.
Well, because he would just like be at everything.
Yeah, he was always there.
Any festival that we played, he was like running sound.
Yeah.
And we were like, what are you doing here? It's like, what do you boys mean?
This is my job.
I have the monopoly on this place. We're like, all right. So he got to know us a little bit and figured out what we were about.
Yeah.
And so he would like call us out on
all
our
shit.
Stuff. Yeah. He was like, hey, you need to get this stuff together, man.
Yeah. No, because I remember he told me I needed to stay closer to the microphone.
He was like, eat that mic. You fix your pedal situation.
Yeah.
Get your sound levels in order. He always told me, man, I'm going to get you out of that sissy amp and put you in a Marshall cab.
I had forgotten about that.
Yeah.
A little sidetrack. Ed Jones is Rob Jones is the art guy for Jack White's posters. I don't know why I said Rob Jones. Yeah, Ed Jones is great. If you ever get lucky enough
to have Ed Jones
as your sound guy,
don't piss him off.
Do not. He's actually pretty intimidating when you first meet him.
He's a very serious-looking guy.
Yeah.
If you get him to laugh one time, and he'll be your best friend, though.
Yes. But back to the Little Texas show.
So
she sent me an email. I forget. Teresa Harrington. That's her name. She sent me the email saying that they needed an opening band, and she thought we were the perfect fit for them. I don't know why. We don't play
People
any country
associated
music.
us with Southern rock.
They really did.
Yeah.
But we really didn't play that much Southern rock, though.
Not Not a lot.
I mean, I guess we played a decent amount, but it wasn't like we were just like a Skynyrd cover band. I mean, we had a pretty good mix. I don't know. Either way, she booked us, and remember the videos are still online.
Yeah. We had the I don't remember what his name was.
Hyperactive Media.
There you go.
I don't remember his name.
Unfortunately.
But no.
We'll look it up and edit it into the video.
Yeah, we will. They don't even know. They don't even know how terrible we are at our jobs.
Pretty bad at it.
Bolton. His last name is Bolton.
Michael Bolton?
Yeah.
I wish.
He's a sound engineer and video editor.
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe he is. Who knows? Michael Bolton's a jack of all trades, right?
Yeah, sure.
Stephen Bolton, I think. Stephen Bolton was his name.
Okay.
He did it. You don't care.
Because I'm going to look it up and find out for real, and it's going to be something entirely different.
It's Stephen Bolton, trust me.
Okay.
But he did a really good job, like really incredible job. The editing was great.
Good quality videos.
And it was, because he was...
He had a still shot, and then he took like a moving.
Yeah.
Because I remember he was like dancing all over the stage.
He was all up in our business, but he got some really good shots.
I was like, dude.
So
taking it seriously.
If you ever want to go see those videos, you can. We're not going to tell you how. You can find them yourself.
Yeah. Look them up. It'd be like a little scavenger hunt.
Yeah, exactly. Because we're not going to. Well, you know. Do you remember? Speaking of him, while we were playing, I think he because he had the stationary cam. And I think he had 2 different moving cams that he was using, and he threw one to Butch. Do you remember that happening?
Yes.
Yeah, he threw one to Butch, and
yes,
Butch got some shots too.
Yeah. Butch. Did you ever tell him about this?
No.
You are bad at your job. Holy cow.
I really need to tell him. Butch, if you're listening.
Well, of course he can't listen if you don't tell him.
I really need to tell him.
He's sorry.
Do you think he listens to podcasts? I feel like he would listen to podcasts. I think he would if we told him we had a podcast.
Yeah.
No, Butch is like the best cousin anyone could ever ask for. So yeah, any more commentary on the little Texas show? We got to meet them.
Pal around with them.
They didn't really care.
Yeah, they were just kind of there.
We got a picture. They were like, all right.
Yeah.
You think they heard that? I just like punched the mic for no reason. I know what you did.
I was concerned it was gonna fall.
It's my turn. No, we didn't even want to talk about the mic falling. You like that noise I just made?
Yeah, it was nice.
Okay. Next on the list. Okay, so it was kind of like a show and also not a show at the same time.
I don't like where this is going.
All right. Buff's Bar and Grill.
Oh, my goodness.
In Clarksville, Tennessee.
I know which one you're talking about.
Do you?
Yes, I do.
Tell me.
The video shoot.
The video shoot. Okay.
The video that never was.
My. This guy who worked for Ed Jones, he was his legs, basically, I guess.
Like his right-hand man.
Yeah.
And then he shafted Ed, too.
He did shaft Ed, too, because of the wedding. We'll get to that.
Yeah. No, we don't have to talk about that. That's someone else's personal.
That's true.
Life.
But he had just, I don't even remember this guy's name. It doesn't matter. Sorry, got a little edgy there for a second.
That's a hot take right there.
Sorry.
Ow, the edge.
Ooh. He had no experience with a video camera whatsoever.
Yeah.
He had just bought this really expensive video camera,
like a $3,000 camera.
Yeah, and I mean it was nice. And he also had just bought video editing software, all that jazz.
He basically had a plan to do a video
shoot for us.
Well, he was gonna do a
music video.
Well, I mean, like a business.
Oh,
he was gonna
yeah,
start up a
yeah.
business.
He was gonna start his own business.
Yeah, he was guinea pigging on us.
Yeah, so we were the guinea pig, which you really take your chances when you do that.
I mean, it was kind of cool for us because we didn't have to pay for it.
We didn't have to pay for it. It was new, so we thought this is a great opportunity because we had never put out a music video before.
Yeah.
This was our first EP that we had released.
Yeah.
That we did with what's his name?
Dual Mic
Records.
DMR, it'll come to me. Keep going.
It's fine. It'll be like the last thing we say on the podcast.
Yeah.
You'll be like, oh yeah.
That's that guy.
So yeah, we put out this EP.
Calvin.
Calvin.
There
yes,
we go.
Calvin.
Got him.
Oh man, If we could have
Oh,
Calvin on the
The
podcast.
stories from Calvin.
Man, Calvin was in the military. He's got lots of stories to tell.
Calvin was a crazy guy.
He was a crazy guy. But no, so it was going to be for our song Cruisin', which basically the premise of the entire song was driving around in a car.
Yeah.
If you want to know what the song is about, it's just the title.
Yeah, it's literally just the title.
So not really the best songwriting on my part.
It was like a less subtle ZZ Top song.
Yeah. So he was going to shoot a music video for that.
Mhm.
It was like we spent an entire day.
An entire day.
We had gotten my family involved.
Classic cars.
We had classic cars. We had motorcycles.
Mm-hmm.
We had brought in Seth's neighbor to be like the hot chick in the video. There were a lot of elements to this, and a lot of time was spent, and a lot of other people's time was spent.
Yes.
Um,
A good 20 to 30 people. Others.
oh yeah,
Time was
and
spent.
I mean all day. Like it was like 12 hours,
Yeah.
really, or at least close to it.
Mm-hmm.
So we spent the whole day recording. We had a whole lot of fun. And then, do you want to, well, you already kind of spilled the beans a little bit.
Yeah. So even though we did all of that recording,
Yeah.
we thought to ourselves, man, the end of this should be like a live show thing. And then he'll just leave from the live show.
With the girl.
In the girl.
This is not a porno,
Another
Matthew.
hot take. In the car with the girl.
Right.
And that'll be the end of the thing.
Yeah.
And we'll just like book a show, and he can film part of the show.
Yeah.
And then also do this take. So,
Right. So people had come out for the
Yeah.
show, but also to be, because people had like crowded around us for that part, because
Yeah.
we like pantomimed.
Yeah.
Um,
So it was like half, like we had, I don't know, 10 minutes of filming this, and then it was just a show.
yeah. After that, we just put on a show at
Yeah.
Buffs, which was a really weird place to play.
Yeah. Not the greatest.
Good people, but it was
Sometimes.
That's true. Sometimes
Sometimes. Well, it's also changed hands like a billion
7
times.
or 8 times at least. They had, because whenever we played, Buffs was basically just a biker bar,
Yeah.
which you've played a couple of. That was definitely not as biker heavy.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's regardless of that, we never got the video.
Yeah. The video did not ever see the light of
We
day.
never
We have
saw the video.
no idea what happened to it,
Mm-mm,
where
no.
it was. We didn't hear back from the guy.
No, yeah, exactly.
We didn't hear at all.
At all, and
anything.
to this day, we have not heard. Like
Yeah.
if he had just sent us a message and been, because we don't know if the footage got corrupt or if he just didn't hit record. I mean, I don't know.
I have no idea. what it
But I
was.
mean, he could have at least sent
Like,
one of us a message and be like,
all
"Hey,
this,
sorry."
all this footage was just bad.
Yeah,
I got nothing really usable, so
it could have all been
it's
blurry.
just tough luck.
Who
I'm
knows?
sorry about wasting your time.
Yeah.
We've been like, oh well, at least we had fun doing it.
Exactly.
We just heard nothing.
We heard no. He never was like. Do you remember that year we played Rivers and Spires and he was there?
Yes.
And whenever we walked past, he was just like,
Yeah, he did
Don't-
not.
"Don't
he did
look at me."
Not look at us.
Do you think they heard that again when I just punched the mic?
I hope they do.
I just keep
I
punching
hope-
this microphone for
I
no
hope
reason.
they hear all of your clumsiness.
Um,
I'm gonna go back and listen to it and edit in clumsy Dalton every
Yeah.
time.
are you just gonna voice over
Yeah, that's gonna be me in the
just
background.
that? Just that?
Clumsy Dalton, just like that.
I need like a little jingle too.
Yeah.
So yeah, that one was less strange and more just really it just sucked.
Yeah.
Because I wish we could have seen some of that footage because I feel like if it was in focus or if it whatever, if it was good footage, it would have been some cool stuff to see because we got some cool
Yeah.
shots.
It would have been interesting at least.
At least
It would have been worth looking at.
we even got my granddad's because we were like riding around in a green Mustang
Yeah.
convertible.
Mm-hmm.
It was a fun day. If nothing else, we just had a good time being around family and vintage cars and people on motorcycles.
Yeah.
And Seth's neighbor, she was nice.
Yeah.
I think she went to Clemson.
Yeah.
All right, your turn.
I don't care about Clemson.
Yeah, well, you know.
Man, championships. Bleh. Alrighty then. I'll just give you a good/weird one.
Okay.
The Buffalo River Festival.
That one was cool and weird.
It was, yeah. I don't think we've played a cool show that wasn't at least a little bit weird.
Yeah. Weird just follows us, unfortunately.
Yeah. That's the
actually, you know what? Not unfortunate. It keeps things interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there has only been one Buffalo River Festival.
Just one.
And we got to do it. And I'll tell you why there was only one Buffalo River Festival. Even though I think they did better than they put in.
They had some huge acts.
Yeah. I can tell you they spent a lot of money.
Yeah, they would have to.
They spent a lot of money. But I'm pretty sure they broke even and made money on it.
Still.
Anyway, so here's the thing. My cousin, Rob, we won't use last names because don't bother him.
We don't have to do that.
Don't bother him. All right. Cousin Rob, also a musician, who I've, at least as a musician, looked up to.
Sure.
Since I was small, because he's about a decade older than I am.
Okay.
Something like that. So I've always grown up with him, singing him and his brother. And so him and some buddies were wanting to put together this festival at the Buffalo River Resort, which is out close to why can't I remember her name? Loretta Lynn's.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Out closer to Loretta Lynn's.
Also, a lot of big shows out there too.
Yeah, there's a lot of big shows there.
So the location, good spot.
Yeah, pretty good spot.
Good spot.
It's very easy to get to. A lot of people know that it's there.
Yeah.
And they had a pretty nice turnout too.
Yeah, they really did.
And it was 3
nights.
Actually 2.
Are you sure? No, I think you're right. Actually,
I think it was just 2 nights.
Yeah, you're right. It was
they
2
did
nights.
They did a Friday Saturday thing, and they sold passes for it. You could get a 1 day or a 2 day. And
or 1 and 2 days.
Yeah, one and no, just 1 or 2.
Yeah,
you can't do 1 and 2. Why would you do that?
I thought you were labeling the days. You could get 1 day or 2 day, like day whatever. Sorry, keep going.
No. Yeah. So anyway, they had some pretty big acts come out and play that they paid a pretty penny for. Charlie Daniels was the big headliner. Marshall Tucker Band came. Blackberry Smoke was there. That was another. They were on. That was like when they were on the come up.
Yeah, and let me tell you, Blackberry Smoke really changed your life, didn't it, Matthew?
In more ways than one.
We won't get into that though.
Yeah,
but I don't care. No, I'm kidding. Continue.
Cool acts played, and then
it was fun.
He offered, because we were family. He was like, "Hey, do you guys want to come out and play?" I said, "We can pay you a little bit, but
it's mostly going to be cool to be on the same bill as these huge acts."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we came out and we played, and we played the first day.
Yeah.
Ahead of the Marshall Tucker Band.
Oh, and Jamie Teachner played as well.
Yeah, and Jamie Teachner played.
I think we played before Jamie, actually.
I think we were a band ahead
of before Jamie.
Him.
Or
he was right before Blackberry Smoke.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So we played before Blackberry Smoke and Marshall Tucker.
Yeah.
Which was cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Getting to see all them. We got to meet all of them and meet Charlie.
Yeah.
There's a photo of that too.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about that story? Do you remember?
I remember. That was because we weren't playing that day. Obviously we got to play, so he just kind of gave us passes to go and see everything.
We got to go see Charlie Daniels.
Yeah, meet everybody, and the guy from Swamp People. I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's right. He was there.
His dog.
Butch was there. He was super excited about that.
Butch went all out on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so was it Kevin again? It was a Kevin thing.
It was Kevin.
Yeah. So they had
just so you know, Kevin is our previous drummer's uncle.
Yeah.
All right.
Who is a very
outspoken
Yeah.
individual, not in a bad, not in a bad way. I'm just kidding.
It can be bad sometimes, but not usually.
Kevin's really cool. I like Kevin a lot.
But he strikes me as a guy who has made his way backstage to more places than one.
Oh yeah.
Without a pass.
Oh yeah. Kevin has earned every single thing in his life because of his personality.
Yeah.
He is definitely a go-getter.
Yes. So we're like hanging out.
Yeah.
And we don't have like backstage passes or anything.
No.
We just got to do it the first day because we were playing.
Yeah.
So he's like, "Why don't you boys just like go walk into Charlie's truck and like talk to him or whatever. And we're like,
or
we
go
can't just do that.
or go get in line to
Yeah.
meet him.
Like, we can't just do. These people like paid for all this
Yeah.
stuff. He's like, whatever, you played. Let's go. So we're like, all right, man, we'll follow you. So we're just walking along and dropped some names and
Yeah.
and there we were walking onto Charlie's tour bus.
Yep.
Getting to meet him and talk to him, and it was pretty cool.
Because Charlie's older.
Yeah, Charlie's an older guy.
He's like in his 80s now, or
Yeah.
maybe no, it's not. He's not 90s yet.
No, he's not that old.
But at that time,
At that time, I think he was. Actually, I think he was upper 70s then.
okay. Well, even at that, Charlie's lived a rock and roll lifestyle.
Yeah, he has lived the touring life.
So meeting him in person, he just looked like this frail.
Yeah, he
I
looked.
mean,
he looked
person.
very withdrawn.
Yeah.
Very introverted.
He was very quiet. He
Yeah.
was nice. He was
Yeah.
very quiet. And
very personable though.
yeah.
Nice
He
guy.
was super nice, but
And then he went on stage, and I was like,
he is a totally different person.
"What?"
I mean, he put on a show.
Yes.
And I mean, it was insane.
Charlie is insane. His band that he carried with him was also
Incredibly
insane.
talented.
He keeps some high caliber musicians with him.
Yeah. I mean, you have to keep up with Charlie though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
He
is a larger than life figure.
he played the fiddle just as hard as he ever has.
Same as his 20s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Do you remember he had a bow guy.
yes.
That was his only job.
Yeah, he had a bow guy to bring out extra bows when
Because Charlie would like just tear him to shreds, and
he
all he had to do was put it behind his back, and that bow guy was right there swapping it out.
Yep.
So
Which was pretty intense.
yeah.
But yeah.
Do you side note? Whenever we got to go meet the Marshall Tucker band, do you remember our groupie?
No.
Okay, so there was this girl there, right? I don't think she was with anybody. We got done playing. She walked up to us and just started talking to us, saying, "Oh, you guys did great," and all this kinds of stuff. And then she just kept hanging around. I think she knew, all right? She just kept hanging around. And eventually, we got the word, "Hey, you guys can go meet the Marshall Tucker band." And she grabbed my hand and started holding it, like she was my girlfriend.
I do remember now.
Yeah.
I remember that.
So she did all of this just so she could go meet.
She is. That's what we call a professional groupie.
Yeah, she knew what she was doing.
Professional.
Yeah,
Yeah. She took advantage of you,
she did.
little boy.
She did. But hey, what are you gonna do?
You know.
She got to meet him, so she, mission accomplished.
Yeah.
All right, we're getting close to an hour.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say one more strange show.
Mm-hmm.
You can say one more strange show, and then we'll discuss some good shows.
Yeah.
Did we talk about this one on the podcast or on the first one? Whenever we opened up for Psycho Stick.
No, we did not talk about that.
I don't really remember a whole lot about that night, other than we opened up for Psycho Stick.
Yeah.
Because they
like what?
They had
magnets. How do they work?
Yeah, exactly. We've played quite a few shows at the warehouse in Clarksville, and every single time we've played has just been just as strange as the last time.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna name a few off. We opened up for Psycho Stick, we opened up for Shaman's Harvest. Also, the same time we opened up or played with Small Town Titans.
Yeah.
Which is that like a household name now? Do people just know who Small
probably
Town
not.
Titans is now? But they've definitely seen their cover before. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Everyone's seen it now.
If you watch the Metal Grinch song, that's Small Town Titans.
Which has like 10 million views or more now on Facebook. Yeah. No, they did a good job.
Yeah.
And Phil, their lead singer, has an amazing voice. Yeah. So good for them. But yeah, it's such a small world because we played with them. We've actually played with a couple people that have like risen to fame a little bit.
Yeah.
We played at Madonna's with the girl who just won The Voice 2 seasons back. I cannot think of her name. The band was Cumberland Blue.
Yes.
And her name was, I can't remember. I don't remember what her name was.
It was a very strange name.
But she has a really cool voice. It reminds me a bit of Miley Cyrus, in a way,
Sort of.
but like more rock.
Yeah. She's kind of got old soul-y stuff in there.
Who
a
else?
little bit.
Who else did we play with? Wasn't there somebody else?
I'm sure there was. I can't think of him at the moment.
But anyways, pretty much all the warehouse shows we played were just
Very
really
odd.
really strange, but never bad. It was usually a good experience, except for one time.
Sometimes.
One time for
I can
sure.
think of more than one time.
Oh, can you really?
Yeah.
Like what?
Well, there was the one night where we played the half show. We've already.
Yeah, I
talked
don't
about
think
that.
I don't think we talked about it on the podcast.
Not
though.
here, but
Yeah.
There were other times where it was like you get promised one thing and then you don't get that.
Well, that happened at more places than just the warehouse, unfortunately.
That happens all over the place.
Yeah. Hey, listeners that listened to my advice before, whenever you're promised pay, get it in writing.
Yeah. Make them sign a contract.
Get it in writing and have them sign it. That way, you're getting that money no matter what.
If you have a bad experience and they put up a fuss and you get your money and they don't ever call you again, it's probably not worth your time.
Yep. And if they say, I'm not going to pay you that, if you bust out that piece of paper that they signed, 9 times out of 10, they're going to pay you that money.
Yeah.
Because nobody wants to go through that rigmarole of going through court and whatnot.
Not worth it.
Yeah.
Unless you have to take it to them and make your point.
Exactly.
Then it's worth it.
There you go. And then you could get more money than you thought you were going to get.
Yeah.
But yeah,
breach of contract.
The warehouse shows were, well, we already talked about it. They were cool and strange.
Some good, some bad.
I kind of missed the warehouse. The warehouse actually had pretty decent sound and a pretty good sized stage too.
Yeah.
And
it was a good setup. It just never was.
It's in a weird part of town.
Yeah.
It used to be. Are we talking about this now? It used to be like super thriving back in like the 80s and the 90s, and then it just fizzled out. It makes no sense because it's a college town, but I feel like
it's college and army town.
Yeah, but I feel like the college kids don't give two craps about the local music scene. So
no, they do not.
Except. Yeah, I think Wicked Good Sandwiches might be bringing it back a little bit. They're doing a good job.
Well, they're a smaller place, and they draw the cool kids.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
The cool kids who go to shows.
Who care about music.
And I would say that 90% of the Austin Peay campus does not care
does not care at all.
Yeah.
And that sucks. Doesn't it suck?
Yeah,
I mean,
pretty dumb.
Whenever I went to Tennessee Tech a couple times, their music scene's pretty good.
Yeah, I have heard that.
Even Murfreesboro, UT Martin. Isn't that Murfreesboro?
Well, no. That's West Tennessee.
Oh, sorry. Murfreesboro is
MTSU.
MTSU. That's where Logan went.
MTSU is a music school.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they're not a music school, but they have a
really
large,
good music program.
They have a big band program and a lot of music.
So I heard
stuff.
they have a good music scene too.
Yeah.
We got to bring it back.
Yeah.
I mean,
Clarksville's got teachers.
Yeah, exactly.
And they all want to be in by 9 o'clock, drinking wine and sitting in bathtubs.
With their cats. Yeah,
with their cats.
All right, so yeah, that was mine. The warehouse has always just been strange. Oh, okay. Before I get off of the warehouse, we got to talk about Ben Franklin for a second.
Oh.
There has been a sound guy at the warehouse. I don't know his name. I don't think he's ever told me his name. I've only ever referred to him as Ben Franklin.
Because he looks like Ben
Franklin. Looks just like Ben Franklin.
But like a metalhead Ben Franklin.
Yeah. It's like if Ben Franklin just really got into Metallica.
Yeah.
Or some metal band you've never even heard of.
More like Slayer.
Yeah. Or both. He just loves metal, man.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't think he even heard us talking. If we ever asked him for something, he just like totally ignored it.
Years of hearing loss.
Yeah, he was just, and he had this really high voice.
Yeah, he was
massive.
Yeah, he was like a bigger dude. Not like huge,
fat. He was just really tall.
Yeah, he was probably at least 6'6".
Oh yeah, at least.
Tall guy, a little bit bigger, but he had a very high pitched voice for.
He had a very high pitched voice, but I mean like, and yes, he had the haircut. He had no hair on top, super long all the way around on the sides.
Yeah.
But even his face looked like Ben Franklin.
Yeah. It was like wow.
Yeah.
This is incredible.
But
Very nice guy, though.
very nice guy,
Yeah.
and he could run the soundboard when he wasn't drinking beer.
Yeah. And you had to like mention what you needed 4 or 5 times, but
Yeah.
he would get to it.
He would get to it eventually.
and it would sound good.
Yeah. So
So-
anyways, it's your turn.
There you go. All right. So okay. One of the strangest ones for me, because it was just so out of our wheelhouse.
Mm-hmm.
Opry Mills.
Yeah.
It was. I don't know why we were there. I just don't know.
I know I booked the shows, and at the time I thought it would be really good for our for our exposure and for our fan base.
Yeah.
And I wanted people in Nashville to see us, so you would think the best place for people to see us in Nashville would be the Nashville Mall.
Yeah, go to Opry Mills. Why not?
But I didn't want to hear rock and roll music.
No one wants to hear that in a mall.
They want to hear country music.
Yeah.
which
Now, granted,
we
that's
didn't supply to them.
also one of the few places that the Cajon was out. The
yeah.
Cajon.
I'm glad there's I'm glad there's video footage now.
Yeah. Man, I hate the Cajon. I really do.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan. I'm not a
It
big,
belongs in like
there's-
vibey church songs,
there's-
and that is literally it.
there's definitely a time and place for the Cajon, but the way we used it just didn't fit.
I really
just didn't
hated
fit.
it.
You
Every
can't-
time we had to use it, I hated it. Seth hated it too.
He hated it too.
I hated it just as much, if not more.
You can't play Black Magic Woman on a Cajon.
No. You can't play AC/DC with a Cajon.
And you know what?
we did
we did
anyway,
it.
and I hated every second of it.
Yeah. I mean, it was
But,
it was kind of cool just being in the mall and playing music, but
I guess.
it just didn't make any sense. It didn't
Yeah.
make sense.
Did we do it twice?
We did it like 3 times.
Why?
I don't know.
Oh man.
Weird times, man.
Yeah.
Weird times.
It left-
We did get paid though.
Yeah.
We did get paid.
You know, they did pony up on that front, and for that I am grateful.
Indeed. We never had a sound person.
No.
We didn't bring our own stuff. They had stuff there, but they literally just like set it.
Yeah.
Somebody came out and set it on the stage and then walked away, and they were like, "Up,
I
it's
think
up to you."
they had somebody like come check in periodically
Every now and then, yeah.
to make sure that
We're not
it
being
wasn't,
too
like,
loud, which
yeah.
definitely happened because you know us.
Yeah. You're in the middle of a mall atrium.
And well, you know, we just don't know how to be quiet.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do when you're a
My
rock
goodness.
band, though?
It was right because it was right next to the what is that place called? Is it
The aquarium.
Eatery?
Yeah.
What is the
where you
name
could
of that
where you could
place?
look. It's I literally just think it's called the aquarium.
Okay.
Where you can eat fish and also look at fish.
Yeah. And they were like, if you get too loud, it upsets it like drives the fish
Yeah,
crazy.
that's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is true. Fish
Yeah.
have very sensitive hearing.
Isn't it?
I was
No, it's
like,
not.
why
Never
would you
mind.
put us here then?
Yeah, exactly. Why would we be playing right
Uh,
next to the fish?
Put us next to Johnny Rockets, where 50s music makes sense.
Yeah.
But,
And we'll just play Elvis music.
yeah, we can play Elvis music for 3 hours.
Yeah.
It'll be great.
No, it was weird.
Yeah, weird times.
It was weird. It
But
was,
whatever.
but it wasn't in the food court though.
No.
It's just in the area of the mall where there's like 4 restaurants surrounding this like circuit. Well, if you've
Yeah,
been
it
to
was
the
that-
Nashville Mall,
yeah.
you know what we're talking
you know where
about.
it is. The aquarium, Moe's is over there.
Yeah, Moses over there. Something else.
Yeah,
No
couple other
like
places.
shopping areas. It was all food right there.
Yeah.
But it's just like this big
It's a big-
circular podium situation.
Big atrium.
Yeah.
I think it had a glass ceiling over that. Maybe
Yeah.
it didn't.
Maybe at the time. I think now it has those guitars hanging over top of it.
Yeah, something like that.
I just remember a couple of years before, I was walking through the mall and I saw someone playing up on that stage, and there was like a pretty good amount of people around them, and I was like, I want to do that one day. I want to be up there playing. And then we got
Wow.
to, and it wasn't what I thought it would
Not
be.
what we anticipated.
I
I mean,
mean,
there was people. People
yeah.
would stop.
People would stop and sit, but they were there to shop.
Yeah.
They didn't care.
They would sit down for a song or two and then be on their
We had a
way.
tip jar.
Yeah.
We had,
Actually made some tips.
we made pretty good money there.
yeah.
But it just felt weird.
Yeah.
It felt
You know what?
naughty.
Yeah.
not in the good way.
It was it always left me with that sour taste.
Yeah. Speaking of sour taste, let's talk about some good shows and get a nice sweet taste in our mouth.
Mm.
You first.
Me first.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll just get it out of the way. The best shows I think we ever played were Jammin' in the Alley.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I would have to say.
Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, that's what we're talking about right
I didn't
now.
know if you were just going to get that out of the way and then get to another topic. Did you see me punch the mic again?
You did.
My hands are everywhere.
You can't stop
I can't
yourself.
control them. No, yeah. Because we played, I mean, we talked about this, we touched on this in the part 1.
Yeah.
But no, it was always cool because that was like really whenever we first started playing, that was like one of our first experiences as a full band, me, you, Eric, and Seth, to play our own songs. We didn't have to play.
There was no. Oh no! You're right. You're right. The very first time, Eric was there.
Yeah.
I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Because
we played it 3 times.
Yeah, we played it 3 times.
Yeah.
We had the wireless packs.
Yes.
That time we went into the crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that.
We did play.
I also had a wardrobe change mid-show.
You did have a wardrobe change.
I bought pants and a shirt for that.
You did.
And tight white pants that
indeed.
I still have.
That was your first time bust because usually whenever we play like big shows, your go-to is the white skinny jeans.
Yeah.
Hasn't been recently.
No.
Used to be, but that was like your first time busting those out.
I literally bought them for that show.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I bought them the day before.
You had shoes too. You bought white. You bought white.
No.
White Converse.
No, I just already had those.
Oh, you already had those.
Yeah.
So why did you decide to
wear
wear
the pants and the shirt? I just wanted to do
all white?
I just wanted to do a wardrobe change.
Oh well.
No, it wasn't all white because I had that big like stupidly
oh
oversized.
My God,
like,
you're right.
Teal blue shirt.
It was
or whatever.
silk. It was a silk blue shirt.
It wasn't silk. It was
It wasn't cotton.
No, it wasn't cotton. It was.
You wore that for Strawberry Alley one year too.
Yeah. I still have it somewhere.
Do you really?
Yeah, it's in the closet.
You have that one, and you have that other interesting.
Yeah, I
shirt.
bought like a. Oh man, what was it? It was like a bowling shirt.
It's like a '70s bowling shirt.
It's, I think it's either polyester or not.
You need to buzz. You need to
it
buzz.
It is so hot.
It's hot.
Though.
It's hot.
Oh my god.
You can't wear it unless we're just playing like 45 minutes, and even then you'll probably be drenched.
Yeah.
I definitely couldn't wear it.
I would have to wear it and open it all the way.
Yeah. Or just wear it for pictures. That's fine.
Yeah.
There you go.
It was very interesting. Yeah. I forgot we played that first time with Eric. Yeah.
We'll do a little. So first year, me, you, and Chris. We had Chris in the show. Yeah. That was our first year. Our second year.
No, that wasn't Jammin' in the Alley though.
I'm thinking about Rivers and Spires.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what am I thinking?
I'm talking about Jammin' in the Alley.
Strawberry Alley is Jammin' in the Alley.
Yes.
You're right. First year was me, you, Seth, and
Eric. Yeah.
And then both of the other two were just me, you, and Seth.
Yeah.
Right. I had a totally different mindset for a second. I'm so sorry. But that, wow, that that also was one of our first times.
Yeah. That was
playing original stuff.
It was they're like one of the only shows that like were set up to be a show that like all of Clarksville actually
came to,
got hype and came for.
And I think people were excited too because we were probably the first band in a long time that was under the age of 40 to be playing Jamming in the Alley.
Yeah.
I don't think the owners were like super stoked about it, but then whenever we played, they were like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
These guys play like the 40-year-olds.
Yeah. We had a very good turnout too.
Yeah, we did. That might have been our last year was the biggest year.
Yeah.
That was our second biggest year.
Yeah.
The first time we had a pretty good crowd, but the last year we played was a lot of people.
Yeah.
People actually came just to hear us, not just because they liked Jammin' in the Alley, but because they wanted to come hear us play.
Yeah.
So that was cool. I agree because we got to play for like 3 hours, and we just got to do whatever we wanted to.
Yeah.
We had a lot of freedom.
Those last 2 years we like set up and planned full shows.
Yeah.
It wasn't like let's just put the set list out and see what feels right.
Yeah, we actually put it together.
Yeah. We had the xylophone out for
we played
Shape of You,
Ed Sheeran, which
was a weird thing.
It was weird. I didn't like it, but also at the same time, it was kind of cool too.
It was like big crowd pleaser, that's for sure.
People weren't expecting it, and they were like, "Oh, okay,
like, this is happening." What?
Yeah, I forgot we did that. That was a fun show.
There were some more Ed Jones sound shows.
There were some more Ed Jones sound shows.
I liked that.
He wasn't there for all of them.
He was there.
He was there for the first one, and he was there for the last one.
First one and the last one. Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Yep.
You're right. Okay. What? Oh, Wicked Good Sandwiches was on our list last time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Rocket Town, Battle of the Bands.
Oh my goodness.
Is one of. I know I keep saying one of my top few, but this one's like really up there.
Yeah.
Because this, I keep saying the first, but it was one of the first shows we played with you, me, Eric, and Seth.
Yeah.
One of the first few. That one was nuts.
And that was also after we did the audition, right?
Yeah.
To get in, and we were like, man, that was terrible. We totally bombed.
We went in and we stupidly went in and played a song we had written like maybe a week prior.
Yeah.
We went in and played High Roller. Remember we played that one?
Yeah.
So we went in and we played that, and then we left and we're like, we're definitely not gonna get a call back from these people.
That was terrible. We totally failed.
It was the word. It like fell apart halfway through for a second. I think I forgot the words.
Yeah.
Just everybody just didn't. We were like bat 100.
Oh.
Is bat 100 a saying? Is that a thing? Did I just make that up? I don't know baseball.
I guess you've made it now.
I don't know sports. But no. So we thought we just crashed and burned, and we're never gonna hear back from him again. And then one night at practice, I had gotten a call from a number I didn't know, so I didn't answer it, and it was a voicemail from. You remember her name?
I don't remember her name. Hang on. It started with an M, right? At least the first time.
It was an interest. Tom Zach. Her last name is a weird T word. I don't remember. Either way, she was really cool.
I think it was like Melissa was her first name, maybe.
Maybe.
I don't remember.
She was over the Battle of the Bands.
Yeah.
We should have just said that.
Yeah. We got the call back and we got to go in.
Yeah, we got the
call
call back.
We thought we bombed, but we didn't.
Yeah,
there
we
you
didn't.
go.
Yeah.
TLDR.
Man, I just ran all the way around that one.
Talk about beating around the bush.
Yeah, wow, that's just the story of my life. But that one was really, really fun because there were so many people there.
Yeah.
And we did the we did.
No. That was an interesting turn. I say turnout like, yes, people showing up, but turnout as in how it actually turned out.
Yes,
because people thought we got pretty shafted, but
yeah,
it was whatever.
Oh, do you think so? Yeah. But no. So we did our song "Rock for the Weary," which was the first song we had written. We had written "Rock for the Weary," and then we did "High Roller." With this new group
arrangement, we also did Consolers.
Yeah, so we did High Roller for the audition, and then we did Rock for the Weary and Consolers.
Well, Consolers was first,
maybe.
Yes,
it was. Yes, it was.
How they had the stage set up was pretty cool.
Yeah,
because it had to make things go faster. They had two sides, right, and split down the middle, and they had just curtains. So whoever was playing, they would raise theirs, and then they could drop the other one so the other band could set up and whatnot and get ready. And then they would just alternate sides.
Yeah.
So we're sitting there behind this curtain down, waiting for the other group to finish. And as soon as I don't even think we were fully visible yet. It was like just our legs were visible, and we just like start hitting the first notes.
Yeah, you hit the bow. The crowd went, what?
I think Eric and I were also like right edge of stage too.
Yeah.
I know I had my foot on a speaker.
Yeah.
So we were right in front of them.
People weren't expecting us to play Raconteurs.
Yeah.
Because they weren't like relevant at the time.
Yeah. Not highly.
And nobody was really playing stuff like that because that song is extremely intricate. In a way, intricate as in timing. So why we chose that one, I don't know, but we pulled it off. And just like the Wicked Good Sandwiches show, our energy was high.
Yeah, it was real high.
And it really all boils down to the audience, man.
Yes.
If you have an audience that's like into it, you're gonna just go crazy.
It helps you a lot.
But that one was fun because we ended up getting second place.
Yeah.
And we won a Slipknot snare.
Yeah.
And a couple.
That was so good for the four of us.
Yeah.
One of which plays drums.
And he sold it and bought a cymbal. Did we win anything else? Didn't we win studio time? No, that was the other band that won studio time.
No, we did get something else. I just can't remember what it was.
Oh, we got the snare drum, and then we got to go back and play that show at the the Rocket Town.
At Rocket Town.
Like
we
the
also
winner's
got,
show.
I think everybody got like some vouchers for like an
for
online
t-shirts.
T-shirt shop.
Yeah, we each got to buy like 2 shirts.
Yeah, they sent everybody
Zambui.com.
Yeah, Zambui was
Is
the
that even a
place.
website anymore?
I don't know.
I
hope so.
I have to look
because that place was pretty dope.
And we got
a
Journeys.
free shirt anyway.
Yeah, we got the Zambui shirt.
Yeah, and a Journeys gift card, which I used to buy shoes.
As did I. That's when I bought the spats.
Ah.
Zambui no longer exists.
Man, that's sad. I still wear that shirt all the time.
Oh, I know. You wore it to the studio recently.
Yeah.
It's actually a really dope shirt.
It's a cool shirt.
It's like a zombie.
It's
hunter
almost
shirt.
like an Ash from Evil Dead looking guy.
Yeah.
Busting out, killing zombies with a chainsaw.
Yeah.
Very bloody. I wear it around old people all the time. They look at me strange.
And I don't even care.
Yeah. I do it because it makes them look weird.
At you.
Yeah, at me.
So there it is.
Yeah, we all got one of those, and then we got 2 other things.
Yeah.
For free.
We got 2 shirts. We got a free shirt, and then we got
and Journeys gift cards.
Journeys gift card.
And then the snare.
And then the snare,
which we never got to enjoy.
Pointless.
Pointless for us.
He should have kept that snare. Should have kept it. I don't know. He bought a ride cymbal or something with it.
Yeah.
Cymbals are really expensive.
Yeah. Well, he could have bought more than one, but he chose an expensive one. But
yeah, he did. Well, what are you gonna do?
It's whatever.
So there you go.
Yeah.
That's part 2.
Part 2
of our strange shows, and we've played some strange shows.
We have played some weird ones.
And
so
now
there
you
are
know.
more that we haven't got to.
There actually are more. Is there gonna be a part 3? Maybe.
Probably not next week, but
not
eventually
next week.
we might bring it back.
Eventually we will bring it back. Actually, you know what would be cool is for our part 3 if we bring in Casey Jarvis.
You are right about that.
Our very first drummer. We played some
strange shows
very
with him
strange
too.
shows with him. He probably doesn't remember any of them, but I would love to dig him up and see if he remembers things from them, because man, were there some weird times.
Yeah. Oh, Irish
There
bombs.
were some weird. Yes, there were also there were some weird early times, like the practices.
Yes.
And some
the Christmas,
certain
the other Christmas show.
Yes, that, and some shenanigans with the adult lady that happened with you in a practice room. Do you remember? She asks for something certain from you.
Oh.
Anyways, we're gonna move on.
Oh.
Please keep listening. Casey, if you're out there, this is an open invitation to be on our podcast. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna send him a message. But no, part 3 is gonna be coming.
Part 3
eventually.
coming soon.
Whenever Casey's off tour, I think he's touring with not just. He's
with Struggle, right?
Yeah, Struggle. Yeah. Good for Casey.
Struggle
man.
Jennings.
Struggle Jennings.
Out there.
He was touring with Jelly
Getting
Roll,
home.
and now he's touring with Struggle Jennings.
Yeah.
Great drummer, great guy. Hopefully he'll be on soon. We can have this part 3 and reminisce about the early days. And actually,
the formative years, if you will.
Yeah, they were definitely that. Hey, thanks a lot for listening, guys. This has been fun. And my name is Dalton.
My name is Matt.
Did you know we're in a band called Straight Nova? Did I mention it?
Did you know?
Did you know?
What? I hope that peaked.
It really did, and I love it. Go and find us. Go and find our ugly mugs and Ryan's mug. His mug is pretty.
It'll look like this. Just like that.
Did you get that?
I hope they did.
Yeah, go and find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. It's all at Straight Nova except for Twitter because somebody had the handle, so there's an underscore in between the two. But also go and find it. What's the other one? What am I missing?
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention to anything
I'm just rambling at this point, Matt.
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter,
it's been
YouTube.
almost an hour and a half. I didn't think we would go this long.
Well,
really didn't.
We could have gone for 2 hours.
There's still more.
Yeah.
Part 3 to come. This has been Nova Talks. Thanks for listening.
Bye-bye.